Good morning, all you beautiful souls. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. My name is Melanie. Thank all my regulars and patrons and all you devoted viewers that make all these beautiful comments every morning when I read them. I kind of like just reevaluate how lucky I am through my connection to you guys and how all of us, we're like soul sisters and soul brothers. We're all connecting and trying to find this newer, bigger, better way that's more expansive. And I'm so proud of everybody because basically the consensus is we don't mind being considered crazy by those who are still victims of like cultural conditioning. I feel like it's a compliment. If I'm in my car talking away to myself, talking to whoever is giving me messages, I never feel alone. I never feel unhappy, and I never feel isolated with, the connection to spirit. And like I can memorize a lot. It's weird. If it's something that's positive and boosts me, like I'll read 100 comments and I feel like I can pull them in my head. It's like a ticker tape, and I'll kind of reevaluate that, and I'll start to laugh in my car because so many of you guys are experiencing or have experienced funny things in Mercury retrograde that made me laugh so hard. So thanks you guys for sharing in your DMs and stuff. And somebody asked a really, really great question, and I'm probably going to devise like a whole reading around this. And it was basically about, Melanie, how do you get out of this, public mass thinking where people get unhappy and they get sucked into things and they get into, the grass is greener and the materialism and the heaviness and, just the everyday 3D with that compacted, tight conditioned thinking. And basically I wake up and I decide it's a conscious decision to stay kind of in my own realm and not be affected by other people's preconditioned thinking, negativity, bias, prejudices, any of those things. It's like I just don't allow that in, because if I focus on being an empath, if I focus too heavily on that, I do get upset. And I never want to be, you hear some of those people at parties or whatever, they're very preachy about their beliefs. I don't care if my beliefs aren't somebody else's. I will gladly, if they ask me questions about it, show them. But people really aren't going to change unless they're ready. And they're usually not ready unless they're asking questions about, your belief systems and, Buddhism and all of those things. Otherwise, usually it's brought up because they want to have some kind of debate. And I'm not into debating why I am the way I am and why I believe what I do, other than I like to be nice, I like to be kind, and I like positivity in the world. If that's your thing, awesome, let's chat. If it's not, it's so easy to be critical and heavy and, just out there and be labeling everything and get sucked into that. Waste of friggin' time, waste of life. I mean, I know a few people, in my neighborhood at large, where I remember the majority of our conversation be what they don't like about life, what they don't like about other neighbors, what they don't like about their animals, what they don't like. I'm like, how do you consistently live on what you don't like? And really, it's the weirdest thing, because I'm the opposite. I don't even, that's why because what we tell ourselves is so important, right? I feel great today. I feel smart. I feel together. I feel optimistic. I feel like I'm going to conquer this day. I'm going to take it easy and have some delicious treats here and there and watch some fun programs and read a good book and play with my animals. It's all those simple pleasures. I'm not here on this earth to compete, to label, to criticize, or to do any of those things, and definitely not to get in a state of unhappiness by trying to label everything I don't like. That's part of it. So thank you so much for asking that, because I was like, it is true. That's one of the things that I do consciously when I wake up, is I reach for gratitude the first thing in the day. I'm like, and mostly what I'm gratitude for is my peace of mind and being able to see the positive in everything. And that's connecting to you guys too. I mean, you, luckily you respond like so beautifully to some of my messages, and you guys are really growing and learning. It's so wonderful to hear that, because I'm growing and learning along with you. I'm never even going to know 1/1,000,000th of what I want to know out there. And I'm always in that student mode. Like, I'm curious, the human mind, and I'm really lucky that, I'm really open and free about that. I don't, even if somebody appears to be the most grudging, harsh, limited, Archie Bunker kind of attitude, I understand preconditioning. I understand that their parents and their grandparents and their family and their environment were very, conducive to why they are the way they are. And through lack of awareness, they remain that way. But everybody comes to some point where they bear witness to something that awakens them. Even if it's only a little, it's little by little, where all of a sudden their eyes get open and go, wow, I didn't even understand that cultural viewpoint or that religious viewpoint or that spiritual viewpoint, whatever it is. And all of a sudden they're like, wow, when we're always open and we go with the flow and we're accepting, we learn so much, there's no walls, there's no limitations, and slowly more and more. And, I credit a lot of this to do with age. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old. I was nowhere like this at 20. I was very easygoing and happy and everything, but I was much more critical of other people and, like, well, who would even think like that? You know what I mean? And impatient. And it does come with age. So, everybody's in your 20s and 30s. I'm like shell shocked how awesome people are becoming awakened so young. Teenagers, they're questioning everything. And that's what it is. Question everything. Why is that like that? That's so cool. It's very expansive. It's very wonderful. People are backpacking, traveling. They have multi-layered interests. It's really, really wonderful. And part of this is due to, our Siri and Google. We can find out stuff so fast and it fascinates us, and then we want to learn more, right? It's really, really cool. So today's read is going to be about what messages Spirit have for you. And I'm going with the cat theme, as you can tell. We have cat, tiger, and lioness. So this is intuition, will, and protection. And the numbers also 37, 34, and 21. And I'm going to just give you a pause for a moment, let you pick whatever you want. And whatever words, I'm having random words that pop up for specific people, and see how they resonate, and then ask yourself about those, because it was funny. It was like my mind was just a lexicon of single words this morning as soon as I woke up, and I got in a really good mood because they were wonderful things like positivity, strength, alignment, adventure, spiritual guides, passion, community, all of these things. And I was like, I can take one word and devise like a whole kind of story about what I want from that, like wisdom. What do I want to learn today? And another thing is patience and organization. I feel by categorizing certain things and writing it down and reiterating what's important, that helps me. And I can never, ever push hard enough for writing down things. I absolutely believe it pulls it into the 3D. It reinforces your belief pattern to what you want to do. Like yesterday was so great. I ended up having one of the best days, and it wasn't on the books or planned. And Indy, I was like, Indy, do you want to go to the grocery store? And she's like, yeah, why don't we also go to the gym and go a little shopping? We had so much fun spending time together. So always allow for just life to happen in a cool way. You know what I mean? Not all on plan. So we're going to start with cat. And right away, I feel like if you chose this, you're really into a lovely kind of balance and flow right now. Your intuition is going to be on fire, and your big word is trust. Trust in the universe. Trust that good things are coming your way. Again, when we use great dialogue for ourselves, like I am in constant good health, I'm feeling really strong today, I feel my vitality, I'm going to accomplish whatever it is, I'm going to take it easy on myself and just allow the world and day to unfold the way it wants, right? Not so much pushing. So your other key point word is journey. So focus on how far you've already come. Give yourself those little wins or big wins. We forget, like we will reach some kind of milestone where we should be celebrating ourselves and saying good job. Oftentimes we just create another one and we move on to that. We have to remember to allow for a little celebration and victory dance of learning new things, of doing things in a better way, a more kind of advanced, simplified way. I always feel like simplicity is advanced because think how peaceful you feel when you walk in a room and just say it's a soft green and there's just some natural wood and like maybe brushed nickel accents, things like that, like Scandinavian design where there's a lot of space, and also Asian design where there's a lot of space and air and flow. You feel good, right? As opposed to, say, a super cluttered kind of hoarder type atmosphere where there's old magazines and dust and tchotchke. Your eye and your mind are distracted by all that, right? So simplicity is always going to allow for you to focus on what you want, right? Just say you're trying to write, you ever just have your notebook and pen in front of you. How restful that is. One of those things that's going to help you focus. So not how far you have to go. You're going to find help in unexpected places. This happens all the time to so many people as well as myself that I know. This in work, all of a sudden a new work companion will come in that lifts your spirits, that helps you out, that really cares. Someone at school, a fellow classmate. It's unusual how now it's commonplace now that I'm aware and awake to this, but I feel like our spirits and angels always send us in like a companion that helps us, and or an earth angel that makes us, feel like life isn't as difficult. And that's one of the aspects too. When we decide life is easy and fun, it's easy and fun. I don't overcomplicate my day. I don't have some crazy list. I don't work at the DMV. I'm good. You know what I mean? And I take it easy, and I'm like, as it comes, that's how I operate. And this is the cool thing, is you'll find people that really want to help you out. Every once in a while, like, you're in traffic, you look over and you see that person just jamming out, having the best time to music, and their dog's head's out the window. Those little things, those little boosters throughout the day that make you feel good and make you feel like, there's fun and joy and lightness, as opposed to everything being so serious. So Cow Spirit is reminding us the miracles are endless in every little way. They really are. I mean, oftentimes I'll go on Instagram and just look at the feed, and I'll look at the World UNESCO sites, people that are like doing fun dances in different places. I love the travel places, all of that. And I'm like, wow, the beauty and the magic that's all around us, and we can just plug into that. And that's another thing. Our mind, I like to give mine high octane fuel, which is stuff that feeds it, makes it feel good, and makes it want to be expansive. So anything on really cool animals, places in the world, things that make us feel good, the unknown, stuff that helps us step out of our cycle of being in our comfort zone and doing the same things and seeing the same things. Anything that makes us go, wow, right? That part of things, and seeing all these miracles. I feel that one of the biggest miracles is how beautifully people reach out to one another and help one another. There's a lot of inspirational sites on Facebook and other things, and I'll read somebody just saying, hey, could you send some blessings or good thoughts my way? My uncle's in the hospital, whatever. And all of a sudden, these people will have thousands of beautiful sentiments send their way. And I'm like, that's a miracle to me. The people come together in a united front to wish someone well and send good energy to them. That is absolutely so beautiful to me. I love that. Let's see what your second sort of thing coming up is. So reconciliation, remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. I thought that almost said smile. Now this is really beautiful, because anything that creates joy, laughter, communication, that's nurturing, that's of service to somebody else, connects you to humanity, is enormous. You ever wait in line and you see somebody who has like a child that's getting antsy and whatever. If you're tense and you're looking at this kid and there's all this tension, people feel it. Kids especially feel it. Empaths super feel it. That's not fun, right? Yet if you're smiling, or you're listening to music, or you show them something funny on the phone that soothes them, that's a connection. That's helping the environment. Anything that raises other people's vibration and makes them feel good and makes them feel relaxed. So you're going to tap into that energy where you just feel surrounded by high vibrational thinking in people, especially in this holiday season. It's super important that we connect to that restful, peaceful communication. It's like one of those things where it's nurturing for one another, and it also helps the community at large. It's being sensitive to other people's peace of mind as well as your own. And doesn't it feel good to make somebody else feel good and feel, not rushed? That's the thing, because especially with lines and everything that sometimes happens. So those are your messages, group one. Beautiful. Because I do feel like there's maybe a friend or a family member where, there's a little separation just due to a difference of opinion. And again, we don't need to make a mountain out of a molehill. A simple sorry or would you like to get together is where we have the little miracles, when we just reconnect, and it's that easy. And remember, focus on how far you're coming and everything you've already learned. Everybody pushes themselves way too hard, and oftentimes it's for whose expectation? Is it for somebody else, a parent or a teacher or something? It's like we're not put on this earth to try to impress other people or fulfill their equation of us. This is your time, group one. So beautiful. And I almost said beautiful intuition. So, well, yeah, beautiful intuition, but beautiful energy. So love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you need a private read, you want to go to my Etsy store, everything is down there. Very exciting phase. I like that. Very restful, very connected, a sense of oneness, faith. I really, really like that. So now we're on to number 2, which is Tiger. This is you really pushing forward right now with a lot of passion. I feel like a lot of you guys are working with or towards, spiritual teachings, meditation, a little bit of solitude, but a lot of healing is taking place. You feel the presence and the movement of your spirit guides, and you're really listening. And what that allows us is really to know the freedoms that we have and all the choices we have, because all our senses are alive. We're of service to our life path purpose now. Like, we're just going for it. There's no more hindrance and there's no more detours, because we don't really care what other people think we should be, do, or say. It's our time to create the lives we want with really good focus, but also, you know, joy, laughter, and fun. It's like everything is not so serious. Everything is not so, you know, super, super, bureaucratic. I have to do A, B, and C. It's like, this is celebrating little wins so we can go on to the next plateau of basically just knowledge and learning. And the biggest part of that is to just accept where we're at and know that we're always made to grow and expand and learn new things. We're not here to wake up, eat the same food, go to a 9-to-5 job, sludge, put up with aggravating people, go home, watch a show, go to bed. You know what I mean? That is not what we are put on the earth for. Obviously, you know, the heavens and spirits and everything wasn't like, here's a plan, let's make people just do the same things over and over, learn just what they need to get by, be frustrated by all the other people. It's actually the opposite of that. Let's be expansive, accepting, and want to grow and find things out. I really feel like this group is going to find their inner hero, where they're going to you guys are going to be doing things that are like, wow, I honestly didn't know that I had that you know, strength within me, that I had this kind of innovation and alignment and sense of freedom and adventure. And it's really, you know, going to be pushing boundaries time for you. And part of that is the destiny card. You know, acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with this world. Absolutely. This group, I feel like you are highly intuitive, but you're very sensitive to other people's needs. You would give, you know, the coat off your back to someone, you know, if you were at a bus stop or something and they needed that. You have a very giving, beautiful heart, and other people are going to start to recognize that. They might not have in the past. They might have taken some of your love and giving and generosity for granted and started to feel entitled to it, where all of a sudden it's like other people are waking up. And I feel like it is your mission to bring your gifts. I feel like a lot of you are entertainers. A lot of you might want to be on stage. You might want to be singers, you're artists, you're speakers, you're probably YouTubers, you're probably healers and all of this stuff. And people are really waking up to all your offerings and showing gratitude, and you're actualizing your gifts. And that's part of the reason you are paying attention. You're making a conscious decision to be proud of yourself and what you're doing, and, you know, value your gifts. And because of that, they're going to catapult into the next level where people are like, wow, you know, and like then you're going to be really in demand. It's going to be a good feeling, because now is your time. You've turned that road. You're on your destined road where you're really one with your passion, and your community is going to be so enamored with you, you know. And with that comes a responsibility, because, you know, you're a big picture person now. You understand a lot of things, and people want to hear what you have to say, and they want to see what you have to offer, and they're excited about you, and it creates this wonderful energy around you. You really are manifesting some killer stuff right now, you guys. Now, you also have union. You have seen and unseen allies. Draw upon their strengths, join forces with friends, and flourish. Yeah, you have these kindred spirits coming in. They're right in your periphery, and I feel like they're going to come in the next couple weeks, because you've been thinking about it. You know, I wish I had this really great companion or person to kick around with, and, you know, that I can share these expansive ideas with, have just a lovely flow of affection, you know, where you guys, that just sense of faith in other people, and they give you strength and you give them strength. And it's one of those things that just ease a friendship, where you don't have to work. You're not trying to impress. You don't care, you know, you don't care what they're wearing or whatever they're driving. This is just wonderful. And they're going to come and help you when you need help, and you them. And it's going to be a lovely flurry of an interchange of energy that helps one another to really grow and find things out. Rabbit spirit, it is a lucky time. I feel like this group, what it is you've known that you've had certain skill sets. You've known that you have resources, but now you're implementing them, and now you're seeing how powerful whatever you have to offer really is, and you're getting excited about it. And because you're excited about it, you have confidence in it, and because of that, other people do. So highly magnetic, a good time to make some serious dollars as well, because you're realizing when I really focus on this, put my love and attention, I am making something exquisite. Therefore, it's like everything, the abundance around that flows, the abundance, the money, the focus, the beauty, all of that comes in. It is a really lucky time for that. So whatever you're doing too, in terms of projects at school, projects at work, friendships, all of that, it's like things are going to come easily. There's not going to be a struggle. You're not going uphill. You just feel like you're on that skateboard downhill. Here comes all the accolades, the roses, the laurels, because you've worked. You had that 7 Pentacles moment where you were planting all the seeds for this, and now you're stepping into your power and awareness, and other people are as well. So I'm loving that for you, group 2. Super beautiful. And it's due its course. It's due for you, all this inner strength that you are continually exuding. Now things are in its natural order and coming to a completion and bringing you rewards for that. So I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, that is you, number 2. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name is Melanie, and all my links are down below to everything. The Goddess Provisions box, if you want to check it out, insanely gorgeous. And it's funny, the cats, it's like cats, and now they got cats. Everything is down there. And I still have, I think, yeah, I'll do 2 more spaces for my my Stonehenge read. If you are curious about that, I'm conducting a couple private readings right at Stonehenge with the stones and the ancient the whole beautiful landscape in the background. It's going to be so terrific. So if you have any questions on that, just email me. I'm so excited for this. Like I'm over the moon about it. It's very exciting. So that's you, Tiger. Yeah, use your will, push through. You've got amazing things coming for you. So now we're on to number 3, which is Lioness. It's also number 21. This is about protection. I feel right now that this particular group is highly protected. You have a whole spirit kind of, oh my baby. You have a whole kind of arsenal of spirits around you. And you also have beautiful, beautiful baby coming to say hello. I feel like you're going to feel more creative than ever. You're going to have a lot of self-love and confidence. You're going to be able to push through any obstacle. In fact, it's not even going to seem like there's any harshness or sharp corners to your world anymore, because you have this big picture awareness where you're like, my day, my week, and my life are exactly as I picture it. If I picture it easy, loving, connected, warm, that's how it's going to be. You have this inner strength, this determination. You have this strength and alignment to who you are, this wisdom, this kind of master builder energy that makes you feel good. But again, being impassioned about what you want and where you're going, and what more importantly, what you want to allow into your life now, because you do want change. I definitely feel you want change and growth. You are not somebody who likes to be on that freaking hamster wheel. You're like, no, once you see too much of like whatever, if you're following a pattern that is not expansive, like, work, food, Netflix, sleep, work, food, no, you're like, I need to go to a museum. I need to go to Central Park. I need to go to the Arc de Triomphe. I need to go to places. I need to go to, I'm seeing the Maldives and all these beautiful blue waters. You want change. You want growth. And you're feeling this protection that's also guiding you to joy, to oneness with, everybody else around you. And really, really importantly too, I feel like you're finding some good spiritual teachers on YouTube and other places that help you seek the balance and kindness and calmness that you need in your life. Oftentimes, it's just like, I call them spiritual cheerleaders. They say, of course, everything's attainable and achievable. Nobody puts boundaries on us but us and our old subconscious patterning. You know what I mean? It's like we're indoctrinated. Oh, you're too small. You're too this. You're too that. No. And we realize that's not our voice that we're hearing in our head. It's other people's when they're trying to guide and coach us, when we're very impressionable, and we have to release that, because yes, now we are big enough, smart enough, strong enough, and intelligent enough to do whatever it is we want, right? And the Lioness is definitely saying that. So let's see what's going on. So you also have meerkat spirit, which I love. This is industriousness. This is, very kind of sly, gorgeous energy, like a meerkat, how they move. They're very slinky. They get on with all kinds of other specimens and animals because they're not aggressive and mean and vicious. They're just like, let's do this. Let's find out. Let's climb up on this hill. You always see them on their hind legs looking around. What is our next step? What are we doing? Flow, balance, trusting, right? But also change, always investigating. So you're going to be in this big, huge investigation stage. Also, the elegant swan card. It is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom, the swan on the water and gliding. Elegance, like really having a beautiful kind of vision for your future, as well as having a nice kind of environment, you simplifying, you beautifying, getting rid of old tchotchkes and junk and clutter. I'm picturing magazines, clutter, DVDs, stuff that you don't need. And weirdly enough, like clothes from different seasons all over the place that you just need to release and clear. A little organization is going to give you a crisp kind of elegant mind. It's like sometimes we look around and we do become a product of our environment. If we see piles of random everything, it can scatter our mind. So this is about streamlining. And look at you. This is going to get you everywhere in life. This is my number one thing that I always go to the second I wake up. I say, okay, what am I happy for? What do I have gratitude? And usually one of the nonsense cats will bop their head in the room. And I'm like, oh yeah, that creature. So be grateful for abundance. Live in appreciation for what you have. The more good things will come. This happens all the time. And I can't stipulate this enough. If I'm being like really generous with my children, and they're like, I want this at the grocery store. I want this and that. There are 2 teenagers. I like this at that. I always picture I'm giving to my community. I'm giving to local businesses. What comes around goes around. And I'm serious. As soon as my PayPal is spending out, it is getting more in, and usually double or triple like during the day, because I feel giving. I feel that abundance come. I work very hard. I really structure my days. So I'm creating and I abundance, feeling it, all of that stuff, that beauty, and what comes around goes around. That's why I never say when I'm in a store, oh, I shouldn't get that. I can't afford that. I never say those things. I say I can afford anything. I just say that out loud, even if I'm not buying something. Always remind yourself that you're going to have abundance. You're going to have finances. You're not worried about it. Love, ideas, all of those things, because they'll flow. And then you're not creating restrictions. Just positivity. There's no boundaries to how much money, love, information, passion, wisdom, peace, any of those things that you want. It's limitless. And when you're determined to decide that, you have a lot of gratitude. Absolutely. You look forward, you wake up and you're like, today is going to be the bomb. I'm going to have the best coffee. I'm going to look at my mental case animals. I'm going to go out in nature. I'm going to, connect with people, learn stuff. I get excited about learning new stuff. Like I go on YouTube, they show you how to fix, make, or do anything on the planet. It's crazy. And it's like, what is this? Like there's this like people that, they get, Ian was showing me the other day, little bars of gold or whatever, and he makes them into knives and stuff. And like, I love molting things into things, as a jewelry maker. I'm like, oh, you could basically structure anything if you know how to use silver and gold and do all these things. And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I basically I'm ready to make like the Empress Katarina's crown of the century and just put all my jewels together. Like I get really excited about stuff like that, learning stuff. Oh, I'm really loving this for you guys too. I feel like your magic number 2, this group is 888. Life is a mystery. That's the one great factor about it. We never know. And here's what I'm thinking for your group. I feel like you've had your ups and downs recently and some struggles, but now it is like jackpot season for you, where you're just getting information that you need with ease, and the flow is really beautiful. And you love that. You love that you don't know what's coming, but what's coming for you now is the good things. You have this gratitude. You're feeling this abundance. So your life is awash with goodness, understanding, a lot of fun, a lot of laughing, a lot of celebration. A lot of you just feeling rich and happy in your own individual space. You feeling safe. You feeling, because also people are going to start to mirror you, and you're really open and loving and caring. You're going to get that back, that joy, that oneness, that, freedom of whatever, that you have choice. You have opportunities. You're not restricted. Your mindset is really like, wow, everything is available to me. I have choices. If I don't like this job and people don't value me, goodbye. If I'm in this relationship and I feel like I'm doing all the work and this person is critical or nasty, goodbye. You know what I mean? I saw this thing that made me laugh so hard this morning. It was like, I'm going to show you because I have my thing right here. I thought it was hilarious. And this is from Bad Bitch. It says, I'm breaking up with you. Okay, bye. You'll never find someone like me. Thank God. That made me laugh so hard. It's like that type of thing. If people don't respect, love, and help you, okay, bye. You know what I mean? Over it. The thing is, we languish in so much misery at times because we think we deserve that or we belong there because somebody else keeps telling us that. This is your season of nobody's telling you anything. You're like, wait a minute, I just turned the page and I realized I'm the one that fills in this chapter, not you, not your parent, not your sister, not your coworker, not your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you. So you're like, okay, bye. Life is a mystery. I want to go out there and be like Scooby-Doo and figure out what the hell this is in a fun and joyous way. Life is not so serious. So you're out there to really tackle these fun new experiences in a great way. And you're going to have a lot of fun filled with gratitude, love, and a good time. And I'm really loving that for you. So that is you, group 3. Really, really beautiful. I'm excited for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. I just leave. Did I say scribe? Just forget about using 3 syllables. I'm not trying to talk all day. Scribe. And then everything is down in the links. A lot of you guys are always like, Melanie, how do I find all your information for private reads and stuff? Underneath every single video, there is a little gray arrow that points down. When you tap on that, underneath we will scroll down all the information of the people on YouTube. There, my emails, everything is all down there, and you'll just see it. It's very, tiny gray arrow. They wish they made it a little more clear, but unfortunately. And also, you can always email me, and I'll send you a snapshot of all that information because that just happens. Sometimes it doesn't come up on certain devices, so I can help you out in that regard too. So love and light to you guys. Again, thank you for your love and support, my patrons, you viewers. Thank you guys for all your gorgeous comments. Come see me on Instagram. It's SparkRest11. I do daily posts and memes, and I run contests for free reads, jewelry, all kinds of fun stuff. And it is the giving season, so I love that. It's kind of like a portal to be able to connect on another level with you guys too. So love and light. I'm going to go upload